Good afternoon, Wednesday, G-Force, Tom Ginn here. Hey, today, as always, this is the most important day of my life. This moment, I take everything with gratitude, no matter what the obstacles, whether they be um, business or personal or anything positive. Gratitude is a very powerful resource to incorporating in how you think, how you operate. It eliminates negativity. It gives you different perspective. So gratitude is a very powerful word. And if we incorporate it in our lives, things around us change. We change, the things around us change. So gratitude. What we want to do today is make sure that you share this out and tag it out, whether it be on the replay, turn on your notifications for a G-Force. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, here's my contact information. I will be launching some programs here that I'd like to be making some announcements next week about some very specific programs I want to introduce to you so you can have an opportunity to get clarity on your vision, your purpose, and why. So we'll be covering that announcement next week. So turn on your notifications. It's going to be a big deal. So today we'll be talking harnessing the power of emotions to get you to the oasis. Because I've been working out of this book, The Ant and the Elephant, and the ant is the part of our mind, what we call our conscious intellectual mind, reasoning mind, and then our subconscious is the elephant. It's what operates us. It's the thing that either holds us back or allows us to move forward. So harnessing the power of emotions, which I'll cover here in a moment. But I want to make a couple announcements real quick here about tomorrow. I'm hosting through Elevate Your Profits a seminar, how to create $1 million asset in 1 year. I'm going to cover some principles that I have used in my businesses, have used and coached other people in their businesses, and I'm going to share with you the secrets of the 3%ers, those that have a net worth greater than $1 million. And we're going to cover some principles tomorrow at 6:30. That's the 20th at 6:30 Central Time. It is by registration. So here is the registration link that's scrolling through. Book out 30, 45 minutes tomorrow. I'm just going to cover some basic concepts. And if those concepts intrigue you, then we'll take a next step because the journey is worth taking. We'll schedule a time, talk specific about some of the principles and processes that I use for myself in my business. I want to share those with you as well. So that's tomorrow's announcement. I also want to make an announcement for Elevate Your Profits Monday. Mark Gassert and myself will be interviewing Hector Colon. I interviewed him last week, and Hector has a great story from the boxing ring to the corporate boardroom. Tremendous story, made a hard decision. 7-time world champion in his weight class at the amateur level. And he had that decision to make. Do I go pro or do you follow his heart? And today is going to lead to sort of what I'm talking about, the emotions, your heart. And he made a decision that a lot of people thought he had lost his mind. He went and took a different path out of the professional boxing and forego millions of dollars of opportunity. He was slated as the #1 boxer in the world at his weight class. So, but he made a hard decision. So that's going to be next Monday night. Elevate Your Profits with Mark Gassert and myself. So again, turn on your notifications. So back to the book. We were talking about Adair, the ant, our conscious mind. And we all, until we get to understanding what's really controls, we all think our intellect and our knowledge-based mind is going to be the outcome that's going to give us the success. Now, knowledge is important. Now, if you're going to be a brain surgeon, you need to have some knowledge. If you're going to be in real estate, you need to have some knowledge, but it's not the knowledge that demonstrates success. It's the subconscious, your belief systems that are going to either drive you, propel you forward, or drive you away from your oasis, your goal. So how we understand that is understanding and how to harness emotions. And I got a little exercise I'm going to share at the end here that you can do and really start using that actually to get clearer and get clarity on your purpose and why in relationship to your visions and your goals that you want to accomplish, whether it be personal, whether it be business. The principles are all the same. And if we can't identify how to switch the emotions to favor us, then we will stay stagnant. We will stay stuck. So I want to share that with you. So I want to go back to this diagram here. The elephant, the most powerful mammal on land. And when this beast of burden was born, the handlers put a tether around the neck of the elephant, staked it in the ground. And of course, a young baby elephant could not pull it out. As it grew up, it conditioned itself that it wasn't capable of escaping or pulling up the stake. Well, that is what's holding you back at the subconscious level. And what's holding back? What I do is teach people how to sever the tether so you have the freedom to go after your goals, dreams, and your aspirations. So to do that, in one of my in my coaching, we think in pictures. So it's very important. The mind is nothing more than energy, and we create our thoughts. Out of that, we see things in pictures. But if we're going to change our mind, not our brain, if we're going to change our mind, we have to have a clear mental picture of how our mind is working. Because if you don't do that, you can't make the change. So this is a very powerful, powerful thing that I use with my clients. And I'm going to share this with this called the stick person. The stick person. I'll move this banner off. So when we look at ourselves, the top is our conscious intellectual mind, our intellectual mind. The bottom is our subconscious mind. And if you do any research, you talk to anybody in mind development and psychotherapy, you'll understand that we operate at the subconscious level. And we have created how we view the world and how we operate by age 7. Now, the good thing about that is there's a lot of great things that you were influenced with and been programmed with that have gotten to you where you're at, but there's some things that may be holding you back. So when we understand how to harness emotions, this is what I use to help people identify where they are and how to make the transition to the positive. That's a stick person. So we are emotional creatures. We make all our decisions at an emotional level, at a subconscious level, whether we move towards a goal or away from it. And keep in mind that the number one thing that holds us back or investigating anything or taking on a new challenge is fear. And it is designed not for success. It's only designed to keep you alive. And so when we understand that how fear works, that emotional level, we can identify it. We know when we're in a state of anxiety and fear, but how do you switch that so you can turn that into a positive emotion to get you leaning into and through the terror barrier, through fear. So in what I teach and in this book, it's like almost a simplistic manual what I coach on, and I highly encourage you to get this book. It's simple, easy reading, fun, but it will put you in the Sahara with Adair the ant and Elgo the elephant, and you can start seeing how your thinking has been formed. So harnessing the power of emotions. I'm a proponent, goals are important. Goals are the processes to get to an end result that you're seeking, that you haven't obtained now, through a vision. When you look at the most successful people that have ever walked this earth or currently walking this earth, if you have a real deep discussion with them, they talk about their vision first, not their goals, because the goals are just nothing more than the processes to get to the end vision. They're tied to that vision at an emotional level. And what I want to share here is you got to make fear your friend. And when you know how to leverage that and change that emotional level, you are now even more powerful, because fear is powerful. If you just switch one word changes how you move into fear. And I've covered that in the past. The word is excitement. They hold the same exact vibration at a subconscious level, fear and excitement. When athletes, they're excited about the risk they're taking going on the field, like a boxer. They're working off of fear, but they're excited to get in the ring. They're not fearful, they're excited. Same with football players. They know that the outcome could be life-threatening, but how do you get through the fear? They're excited, but they've painted their picture of an end result, the championship, winning the game, stopping the play. They visualized it. You've heard that in athletics. I was in the zone. I could see everything before it even manifested. It operated slow motion, was able to respond inappropriately. That's a zone, and we can get ourselves in a mental zone at any given time to deal with anything in our lives, whether it be in relationships, whether it be in business, is when we can see it and feel it, we're now in a position to take control. Thanks for jumping on here, Sandy. Hey, share it out. Hey, at some point, I'd love to have, message me. I'd love to have you on my program here in the future. So good seeing you. You do an awesome job with your program. So hopefully we'll be talking soon. So have a great day, my friend. So getting back to that. So you can harness fear and turn that negative into a positive by switching one word. And I use that in my training. There's exercises I run my clients through that when they understand it, it's so simple, but you have to understand, you got to be able to recognize what's going on emotionally so you can implement and take action to move into and through fear. And that creates confidence and a lot of other things. So make fear your friend. This is the exercise for the day. See, you don't know what you don't know. When we create goals, dreams, visions, our purpose in life, and they're big and we've never done it before, we don't know how to get there. You'll never know how to get there. The only thing you can do is have a clear mental picture and a vision of the outcome you seek. And the how-tos start manifesting. They'll start showing up through awareness. See, we don't know the possibilities, but if we stay in a comfort zone, not opening up to look at things in different perspectives, we will never have the opportunity to grow in business, our personal relationships, our personal development. That's where you discover your possibilities. They're many times not obvious in the beginning. And the third point that I covered the other day as well, zero in on a goal. I'm going to replace that word with a vision that has depth, your why, your purpose at an emotional level. See, that journey is going to be well worth it. Getting to the oasis, you're isolated in the Sahara, and that oasis has more water, more food, it has everything that you're looking for. But what's holding you back? Fear, belief systems, self-image, worry, all those things. So today I want to do is try to help you find a buzzword around elephant, the emotional side of what you're seeking, the subconscious, and just start making a list, one item at a time. If you love fishing, write fishing down and notice what you notice. What emotion do you feel? When you recognize it, you can transform that emotion into an action that gives you a result. Everything that we think about has an emotional tie to it. So when we can identify it, going back to that stick person, we are now in control of how we proceed, because your subconscious is so powerful. And as we reprogram certain things that are not serving us, your old program is still running in the background. It never goes away. But then you start to understand when that little chatter comes up, the little fear talk, or the self-image talk, or I'm not worthy of, and belief systems start coming up, you immediately know how to switch it, the direct opposite, and through some exercises I teach. So the action step, the elephant buzz, what I call, some people say, I'm pretty simplistic, what blows your hair back about anything? Identify the emotions. Identify the emotions that you have. And that will get you clear. And then you'll be able to, on a scale, start seeing what a level of emotions really excites you. When you're writing your vision, your goals, notice what you write. Notice what that does. And as you get clearer and clearer, you'll start seeing how the emotions are affecting how you move forward. So what's your buzzword about whatever you're seeking? If you're seeking a better relationship, think about what that looks. What's the emotional tie that you have? If your mind goes back to old relationship, what's the emotional tie that you have? You get a distinct difference of what you're seeking and what you have had. You'll be able to identify, I don't want this. You get very clear. And you start focusing on what you do want, not what you don't want. Many people focus way too much time on the things they don't want. But if you have a clear emotional picture of that, you know how to move forward. Find the emotion that ignites your vision, is what it says here in the book. That's what I teach. When that's ignited, there's nothing that's going to hold you back. Yeah, you may have some obstacles, some setbacks, some disappointments, but your GPS, your vision of where you want to go, is always there. And you just learn to pivot, make changes, take a different course, get counsel, get a lot of different resources come into it. You don't give up. You seek out. You seek out the answers. And many times, because you're at an emotional level, through awareness, you start seeing the opportunities manifesting themselves in front of you. It could be the right person for your business. It could be somebody that has been around you a long time. You get a clearer vision, and that person might be the person for you, because now you are identifying that at an emotional level of what you seek. The only way you can do that is through clear written goals, a clear mental picture of what that looks like before you obtain it. And in closing here, never underestimate the power of emotions. What's the beautiful thing is when we recognize this stick person, that's your mind and how it manifests, how it operates within us, you're now in control. Unfortunately, most people, and including me, before I got coaching and mentoring, I was reacting versus responding, and there's two different elements there. So, Adir's notes to self: make fear your friend. You don't know what you don't know. Zero in on depth, the emotional levels of the things you seek. And if it doesn't give a high vibration of the energy you seek, it's not what you should be seeking. As you make that list, you can start scaling them. Oh, that's a 7, that's a 5, that's a 4 energy of, and then man, when you hit the right one, man, that's 10 plus on the chart. Then you start zeroing, what does that look like? What is that going to do for me? What can I do to make that part of my life? Because it is part of your life when you're at an emotional level, because your subconscious mind does not know the difference if it's real or not real. And when you get that emotional clarity, you are now in control. So I thought I want to share that today. We do have, share this out. Thanks, Sandy. I appreciate that comment. So with that all said, be clear of what you want. What's the emotions that you have around anything that you're seeking? And you'll be able to scale it. And when you could know that you're at a 10 or higher, you know you're on the right path. It will excite you. It will scare you at the same time, but you know that at that emotional level, you're on the right path. With that all said, have a great day. On Friday, I'll be wrapping up a couple more chapters in this book. And I don't have a guest. Maybe Sandy, if you'd like to be a guest on Friday, message me. Love to have you come on, and we can chat about what you do and talk about some of the principles that you implement in your coaching practice. I know you. I've seen your live streaming, and man, you do some great work, and I'd love to have you on. So I don't have a guest this Friday, so if you'd like to be on, message me, and I'll get you the link. It'll be at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you can make it if you'd like to join. Just message me now if that's something you'd like to do. With that all said, I'm going to sign out. Wednesday, G-Force. G is for gratitude. And in that book, Gratitude Works, the world record for continuous writings of gratitude, never replicated or duplicated, never missed a day, is 18,256 days. That equates to 50 years. I would ask that question. Do you think a person that focuses on their gratitude and writes those things down, never replicates any point of gratitude, would you think that their life would be different than the person that doesn't write or doesn't express gratitude, even in challenging times? Do you think that person lives a more easeful life, is accomplishing more in life, is having more influence on people in life? And I absolutely believe it with faith that when you move to a space of gratitude, it changes everything. It changes everything. So with that all said, I am signing out. We'll see you on Friday. God bless everybody. This is the most valuable moment you have in your life, is this moment. How you address it, how you think about that is going to dictate outcomes in the future. With that all said, have a great day.